Imagine lying beside your husband and another woman slides into your bed uninvited. Not a dream, not a movie. This really happened. Since I'm carrying his child, I belong here too. I'm sleeping here tonight. Over my dead body. You can't sleep in this bed with us. Please, Nada. Let's just manage for now. Chike and Adaize met during NYSC camp orientation exercise. It was love at first sight. Chike was tall and dark skinned with a lean athletic frame. He had the kind of baritone voice that made girls love him. Adaize was the kind of woman whose beauty wasn't loud. It lingered. A caramel skin glowed. She stood at 5'6", graceful, curvy, and composed, with eyes that could warm you or cut through your soul. Both of them were from average homes, so they easily bonded over their shared struggles and dreams. Chike was an aspiring tech entrepreneur and Adaize a passionate teacher. They became inseparable in camp as they were in the same platoon. NYC orientation camp became more fun because of the budding relationship. They fell in love. After orientation camp, they were coincidentally posted to the same local government as their place of primary assignment. They both saw it as the hand of God. They heard about the NYC marriage prize money, and though their love was real, they decided to marry to claim the financial incentive. Back in Lagos, post NYSC, life wasn't easy. Chike struggled to get a stable job, while Adaize started teaching in a secondary school. She became the primary breadwinner, supporting them with a modest salary. Chike picked up small IT gigs and worked on proposals, but nothing viable came through. They remained hopeful. One evening, Adaize sighed as she placed a plate of rice and stew on their small dining table. Chike, we can't keep living like this. Eh? When will one of your proposals finally work out? Chike rubbed his forehead and said, I know, Ada. I just need one breakthrough. Just one. And everything will change. She touched his hand. I believe in you. But believing doesn't pay the bills. Something has to give. Despite their financial struggles, their love was strong. They tried not to have kids too soon, but a year and 2 months after the marriage, Adaize fell pregnant with twins. Their joy was mixed with fear. Chike was still struggling, but they believed things would turn around. Twins? Chike gasped as the doctor grinned at them. You mean two babies at once? Adaize laughed nervously. Yes, so God decided to bless us double. But Chike, can we handle this? He held her hand. We will, Ada. We always do. 3 months after the twins were born, Chike secured a lucrative job in an oil company. Their financial struggles disappeared overnight. They moved into a bigger and nicer home, bought a car, and life began to feel easier. Adaize sighed in relief one night as she rocked one of the twins. Chike, she said, I can't lie. I was scared though. I was truly scared. But God came through. Chike smiled, admiring his new wristwatch. Finally, Ada, we can breathe. Chike's new job came with new colleagues who encouraged him to explore the pleasures of wealth, including younger women. Chike was the kind of man you'd notice in a crowd, not just because of his height or the confident way he walked, but because he carried the quiet intensity of someone who had seen struggle and tasted small victories. Tall and dark skinned, with a lean athletic frame, he had the kind of baritone voice that could command a boardroom or whisper apologies in a bedroom. His face was clean shaven, his jaw strong, and his eyes, once soft with love, had started to carry the weight of secret. From simple t-shirts and jeans, he now wore tailored native wear and luxury wristwatches. But deep inside, he was still the NYC boy who once shared noodles with a Daisy. He resisted at first, but soon began to drift away from home. Adaeze, overwhelmed with raising twins and working, couldn't keep up her previous glamorous looks. Chike began to feel she no longer excited him. Guy, you mean you don't have one small babe on the side? His colleague Emeka teased. See as money don't land for your side, and you still dey do like old man. Chike laughed uneasily. Na wife and kids I get oo. Emeka smirked. E go clear for your eyes soon. As Chike worked on his side hustle, business automation, he submitted a proposal to one of the companies owned by billionaire chief Okonkwo. His daughter Amara managed the company. During an online pitch presentation, Amara saw Chike and was immediately attracted to him. She made up her mind she must have him. Amara sat in her sleek Lekki office, her red lipstick flawless, sipping champagne from a crystal glass as Chike began his speech via Zoom. Good morning, ma. Thank you for the opportunity. My proposal is centered on automating financial processes to improve efficiency by at least 40% within the first quarter of adoption, Chike said with confidence, his voice steady. Amara leaned closer to her screen, her eyes dancing with curiosity. She muted herself and turned to her assistant. Who is this fine tech bro with manners and brains? What's his full name again? Chike Obiomama is a consultant from a small firm, her assistant replied. She unmuted. Mr. Chike, this is quite impressive. Your figures are solid. You said you built the prototype yourself? Yes, ma. I've been working on this solution for over 2 years. It's my passion project, he responded, smiling slightly. Hmm, fine and ambitious. I like. She murmured again to herself. Then louder, she added, we'll definitely review this in detail. But off the record, where have you been hiding all this while? Lagos doesn't deserve to keep you in the shadows. Chike chuckled awkwardly. I've just been doing my best, ma. Call me Amara, not ma, she said, smiling suggestively. Chike hesitated. Okay, Amara. She winked. Now we're friends. I like people who take initiative. Expect an email from me soon. A personal one. As the call ended, Amara leaned back in her chair, a sly grin on her face. Oh, you're not just getting this contract, sweet Chike. You're mine already. You just don't know it yet. Amara lured Chike with an irresistible offer. If he became her lover, she would ensure he got not just this contract, but several others. Torn between morality and ambition, Chike succumbed. He justified it as a business move at first, but soon he was entangled. He started seeing Adaeze as plain and unappealing compared to Amara's rich, extravagant lifestyle. Chike, why are you acting distant? Adaeze asked one night. Nothing, he replied curtly, staring at his phone. But the truth was, He had already fallen into Amara's web. Chike began spending less time at home. Adaeze sensed the emotional distance, but with two toddlers, a demanding job, and the weariness of trying to hold a crumbling marriage together, she had no strength left to argue. One Friday afternoon, Amara invited Chike to her private penthouse suite. It was elegantly decorated. Scented candles lit, and soft music played in the background. Chike felt uneasy the moment he stepped in. "Why did you call me here?" "I'm really in a hurry," he said, avoiding eye contact. Amara walked in from the bedroom in a silk robe, holding a glass of wine. "You're always in a hurry these days. We need to talk." "Okay, I'm listening." She stood in front of him, placed a hand on her flat belly, and smiled. "I'm pregnant." Chike froze. Pre- what? "Amara, what are you saying?" Thought ran through Chike. The affair was just a month old, and he was already thinking of calling things off. Pregnancy? Aloud, he said, "Amara," I said, "what are you saying?" "I'm carrying your baby, Chike." "Our baby," she said sweetly. "No, no, no, that's not possible." "Are you sure? Are you even certain it's mine?" Amara's eyes darkened. "Are you trying to insult me? You're the only one I've been with. Don't play stupid." Chike stood, pacing. This, this wasn't part of the plan. We were just, it was supposed to be casual. How did we get here? We? No, you got here. Me? I knew where I was going from day one, she said smugly. "And don't bother trying to ghost me. If you won't own up, I'll handle things my way." "What do you want from me?" Chike asked, exasperated. Amara's face hardened. "Marry me. I want to be your second wife. Your people do it all the time. Or I can remove it. Your choice." Chike stared at her in horror. "Amara, you can't joke about something like that." She shrugged. "Then do the right thing, or you lose me and the child." Chike left the penthouse shaking. That night, he sat alone in his car outside his estate, hands on the steering wheel, heart pounding. He dialed his closest friends, Toby and Laddie. "We need to meet urgently," he said. They met at an exclusive bar. "Guys, wahala don burst o," Chike said. "What happened this time? You sound like you saw ghost." "Amara is pregnant." Toby whistled. "Jesus, pregnant ke. Guy, you no dey use sense at all." "She said if I don't marry her, she'll abort it. But if I agree, she'll keep it and behave." Toby paused. "First, forget that marriage nonsense. Don't let her manipulate you. Get her an apartment, give her money every month, claim the baby, but set boundaries. Let your wife never smell this thing o. Women can forgive secrets, but not public disgrace." Chike sighed. "But how do I explain the money leaving my account every month? How do I face Adaeze if she finds out?" Laddie, his other friend, said, "Omo, damage control is key. Lie low. Cater for Amara in secret. Baby mama setup. She get belle already, nothing you fit do. But keep your home intact. That woman suffered with you o, don't forget that." Chike headed home after the meeting with his friends. The walls were closing in. He was playing a dangerous game, and deep down, he feared it wouldn't end well. Amara had grown tired of being treated like a secret. "I'm not your side piece, Chike," she said one day. "I'm carrying your child. I deserve better." They were sitting in a penthouse. Chike tried to reason with her. Amara, I told you I'll take care of you. I'll get a house, everything you need. But moving into my matrimonial home, that's madness. Amara rose, eyes blazing. So, I should be your glorified baby mama, eh? Tufia kwa. I'm not one of your roadside things. I'm Amara Okonkwo, daughter of Chief Okonkwo. I don't sneak around for anybody. You can't just barge into my home. Ada is a will. Then let her know. Let everyone know. I'm done hiding. If you won't tell her, I will. I'll move in myself. Amara, please. He tried to grab her hand, but she pulled away. Watch me, darling. That Sunday morning, while Adaeze helped the twins dress for church, a loud honk came from outside. Chike froze at the sound, heart pounding. He rushed to the door. Too late. Amara stepped out of a sleek black SUV, flanked by two bodyguards, her personal maid, and a driver unloading her designer luggage. Adaeze walked to the door with a puzzled look. Who is that? Amara adjusted her sunglasses dramatically. Good morning, madam. I'm Amara, pregnant for your husband. I'll be staying here till I deliver. Doctor says I need care. Don't worry, I brought my maid. Adaeze's jaw dropped. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Chike! Chike! Come and see the abomination you've brought upon this house. Chike ran out panicking. Adaeze, please, I can explain. Wait, I can explain. I told her not to. Explain what? That you've been cheating on me and got her pregnant? You let her move in here like we're in Nollywood film? Babe, please, just calm down. Let's talk. Talk! You want to talk after disgracing me like this? She turned to Amara. And you, no shame? Do you know what a home means? You want to destroy mine and act like you've won a prize? Amara smirked. I didn't destroy anything, madam. He came willingly. And I'm not here for you. I'm here for my baby. Adaeze burst into tears, picked up her phone and started dialing. Who, who are you calling? Chike asked, frightened. Our parents, all of them. They need to come and see what their in-law and their son has done. After that, I'm going to church. Adaeze, please don't involve our families like this. I made a mistake. A mistake? A mistake that moved in with luggage? She screamed. She packed a small bag for the twins, handed them to the house help, and stormed out to church. Chike followed her closely, but was too afraid to enter the church office, where she went straight to see Pastor Chris. Inside, she sobbed uncontrollably as she narrated the humiliation. Pastor, this woman moved into my house. I don't know how to endure this, she cried. Pastor Chris looked at her with compassion. Be still, my daughter. God is working, even in this storm. I will come to the house myself, but do not leave yet, for the sake of the twins. Stay strong. God will fight for you. Adaeze wiped her tears. He better fight fast, Pastor, because if God doesn't show up soon, someone might leave the house in an ambulance. The parents came, tried to plead with Chike, plead with Amara in order to move into another apartment. She refused and left the meeting. Then they focused their energy on pleading with Adaeze to stay. They all scolded Chike. Things continued peacefully in the house for a while. Adaeze handled the twins with a nanny. It was a good thing that the kitchen was massive, so the nanny and Amara's maid worked well together. Adaeze stopped cooking for Chike. Though they shared a room and a bed, their relationship was colder than Antarctica. Only the twins made them relate, and Adaeze eventually took them to her parents to avoid any unforeseen accidents like careless arrows flying around. She and Amara avoided each other. It was a good thing they both had their different jobs to go to every morning. Only Chike was permanently in a confused and frustrated state. He apparently had never thought of or considered polygamy. Truth was, even the side chick thing wasn't really Chike's style. He was actually a one woman man, and this whole situation has confirmed it. He just could no longer see Amara as desirable. If only he could turn back the hand of time. One night, in their bedroom, the room was dimly lit. Chike and Adeze lay on opposite ends of their king-sized bed. A cold war of silence stretching between them. It had been days since they truly spoke. Every conversation was mechanical about the twins, food, bills. Emotion had gone flat. The space between them felt like a gorge. Suddenly, the bedroom door creaked open. Before either of them could react, Amara marched in confidently, wearing a silk nightgown. She held her belly dramatically, followed closely by a personal maid carrying a pillow and blanket. Without a word, she walked to the space between them, dumped the pillow, and slid into the bed. Chike sat up sharply. Amara, what the are they bolted up to? Jesus Christ! Have I run mad? Or is this a dream? Amara adjusted herself comfortably. Relax. Since you two clearly don't want to touch each other, this space looks available. And I'm carrying Chike's baby. I need him close. Emotional support and all that. You understand, right? You are a devil! A shameless devil! You just walk into people's bedrooms now? Adaize shouted, livid. If I don't sleep here, I'll abort this baby immediately, Amara said casually, flipping her hair. Chike's voice cracked. Amara, Amara, please. This is not how to do things. Eh? We talked about this. I'm done talking. Either I sleep here or I'm walking into the hospital tomorrow morning for a D&C. You choose. Adaze clutched her chest. Blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus. Obara Jesus. In my own house. My own husband. God, arise. Chike turned to Adaeze, panicking. Ada, please, just for tonight, let's just manage the situation. She didn't let him finish. You've been managing her for months. Continue to manage her. You think I'm stupid? I've already taken the twins to my parents' house. I won't risk careless arrows flying around my children. But I didn't think you'd let this witch lie beside me in our bed. Amara yawned. You are shouting too much for someone who has clearly lost. Get used to me, madam. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, you're going somewhere. Advisor said with gritted truth. It may be in handcuffs or maybe with your legs facing the sky, but you are leaving this house. She grabbed her Bible, phone, and shawl and stormed out of the room. Chike buried his face in his hands, groaning. Amara just grinned and stretched, humming a gospel song mockingly. In the guest room, Adaze fell on her knees. God of vengeance, arise and scatter every Jezebel in my home. Let their evil plans backfire. Let confusion reign in their camp. I call on fire, fire, fire. She prayed into the night, her voice rising in warfare. Then she picked up her phone and began dialing, one by one. Her father, her mother-in-law, her older brother, Pastor Chris, and her husband's two closest friends. They must all hear this madness, she muttered. Tonight, heaven must respond. Adeze called her family and church members, initiating a powerful prayer chain. That same night, She dreamed of Amara being taken away in handcuffs just before sunrise, while the compound still lay under the hush of dawn. A convoy of black SUVs with bold EFCC insignia rolled in, cutting through the silence like a blade. The loud knock on the front door echoed through the house like a bomb. Open this door immediately. This is the EFCC. Adaise jumped off from the guest room, a Bible still clutched in her hand. Her heart pounded. Amara jolted awake upstairs. She sprang from the bed she had taken over and peeped through the curtain. Chike! Chike, wake up! Wake up! It's EFCC. They are here for me. Chike, still groggy, sat up in disbelief. EFCC? For what? Amara scrambled to her mate's bag and pulled out a scarf and wrapper. Quickly, quickly, give me your apron and slippers. I'll pretend to be you. These people can't take me like this. She began wrapping herself awkwardly in the maid's things. The maid, her eyes wide, whispered, Madam, I no go lie for you oh. I just come work. I know they do prison thing. I beg you, don't involve me. Downstairs, the door burst open. Five ESCC officers in black jackets marched in. We are looking for one Miss Amara Okonkwo. She's wanted for defrauding Mr. Raymond Egbe of 150,000 US dollars in a fake business deal. Amara tiptoed to the staircase, now fully disguised in the maid's clothes, clutching a mop for effect. Good morning, Sha. Me, I be just as girl oh. That's her! That's her! The maid screamed from behind, pointing at her boss. That's madam. No be me oh. No be me be madam. Na she be madam. See her fake baby bump there. See, check under the bed. Amara's this guy slipped, and so did her temper. You this stupid girl. You want to betray me? God punish you. Chicken, tell them it's a mistake. Say something, you fool. The EFCC officers grabbed her as she flayed her hands. I'm not pregnant. So what? I only wanted him because his proposal was brilliant. I was going to help him blow, but he felt like a fool. And now you people want to jail me? Me, Amara Okonkwo. You don't know who my father is. Chike stood frozen, his mouth ajar. Adaise came to the staircase, watching everything with wide eyes. She's not pregnant, Adaise asked softly. One of the officers nodded. The entire pregnancy was a scam. She's been doing this to several men, offering fake deals, taking their money, then disappearing. Her ex finally filed a petition. Amara turned to Chike as they cuffed her hands. You bastard! You were supposed to protect me. You chose her? You will regret this, I swear. Chike, you come crawling to me in Kirikiri. Chike stepped back slowly. I'm not going anywhere with you. I'm done, Amara. I've ruined my life enough. Go and face what you started. The officers marched her out as she kicked and screamed, a wrapper falling halfway. The neighbors had begun to peek through their windows. Adaise stood motionless, stunned by the whirlwind. Then slowly, her knees buckled, and she dropped to the ground. God, you did it! You answered faster than I expected. You didn't just fight for me. You embarrassed the enemy. Ah, Jehovah overdo. She sobbed joyfully. Chike moved towards her carefully. Ada, I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry it doesn't cut it, but I swear I'll spend the rest of my life making this right. Adaise looked at him with tears in her eyes. You let a woman walk into our bed. You watched me cry and sleep alone, but God, He still showed me mercy. She stood up and walked past him, head held high. Chike sat alone at the dining table 1 week later, staring at a cold plate of food he couldn't touch. He had lost weight, his beard had grown wild, his eyes were sunken, dark with guilt and sleepless nights. Adaeze walked in briefly that evening to pick a few of her clothes. She looked stunning, slimmer, more graceful, and glowing. The kind of glow only peace of mind could give. Ada, please, can we talk? Chike stood up immediately. She didn't look at him. I'm not here for a meeting. I just came to get my things. Ada, I know I messed up. God knows I've never hated myself more. You held me down when I had nothing. You fed us. You carried our twins, nursed them, and still showed up to teach other people's children. And I let a shining distraction blind me. Ada paused, turned to face him. Her eyes were blank. You did more than let a distraction blind you, Chike. You let her into our bedroom, into our marriage, into the sacred place where I prayed for you. Chike dropped to his knees. Please, I was foolish. It wasn't love, it was madness. Temporary madness. I kept thinking I could manage it and still keep you. I didn't realize I was losing you every single day. You thought you were managing? Do you know how many nights I cried? How I held those children and told them their daddy was just busy? Do you know I prayed for your promotion and that promotion became the demon that tempted you? Tears welled up in Chike's eyes. I don't deserve your forgiveness, I know. But I'll wait. Even if it takes years, I'll earn back your respect, I swear. I've shut every door that led to that madness. Amara was a mistake, a big one. I'll do whatever it takes. Counseling, family therapy, church intervention, anything. Just don't shut me out forever. Adaeze exhaled slowly. I've forgiven you, Chike, but forgiveness is not the same as restoration. I'm still broken. I need time to heal. For now, you're still my husband, but in name only. He lowered his head, crushed but grateful. Thank you for not giving up completely. She grabbed her bag, turned back once more. Take care of yourself. Take care of your soul. You need cleansing more than comfort right now. She walked out, leaving Chike in the echo of his own pain. Over the next few months, Adaeze focused on herself. She got a better teaching job, regained her confidence, and became a woman of class and substance. Months passed. Adaeze blossomed into the woman she had long buried beneath motherhood and sacrifice. Her new teaching job at Pinecrest International came with perks: an apartment, a car, and a salary that matched her brilliance. She glowed. People noticed. Even Chike noticed. Especially Chike. He kept calling, sending gifts. Not expensive ones, but thoughtful ones. The perfume she wore during NYC, a framed picture of their twins, a leather-bound notebook with her favorite Bible verse on the cover. It started showing up at church again. This time, not for show, but for genuine humility. After a Sunday service, he waited beside her car. Ada, please, just coffee. One conversation. That's all I'm asking. She sighed. Chike, I'm not ready for any drama. Oh. There's no drama, no schemes, just a man trying to become worthy again. Please. She gave him 20 minutes. It turned into 2 hours. Then a few more outings. Then laughter crept back in. The wall she built slowly softened, not for his sake, but because she could see real change. One Saturday, he showed up at her apartment. Can I take you out for dinner tonight? I made reservations and I have a small surprise. She agreed. They arrived at a luxurious rooftop garden in Lekki. Candlelight violinist playing Asha's Eye Adaba, and soft petals lined the walkway. As they strolled, a hush fell. Adaise gasped as family, church members, and close friends emerged from behind flowered pillars. Chike, what is this? Ada asked. He smiled nervously and got down on one knee. Adaise, I lost my way, but I never stopped loving you. You are the backbone of my success, the woman who stood when I fell. I don't just want you as my wife, I want you as my queen, my teacher, my best friend again. Please, will you renew our vows and let me spend the rest of my life making it all up to you? Tears filled her eyes. She took a deep breath as the crowd waited. You almost broke me, Chike. Almost. But God rebuilt me. And now I know who I am. I say yes, not because I need you, but because I choose to give our love one last chance. Cheers erupted. The violinist played louder. Chike slipped a dazzling diamond ring onto her finger. A month later, the vow renewal ceremony was held in a grand garden hall in Abuja. White and gold everywhere. Adaeze walked in like royalty, wearing an elegant mermaid dress laced with pearls and natural hair wrapped in a gold-studded gele. Their twins served as little bride and page boy. Chike waited at the altar, teary-eyed in a cream agbada. He watched his wife, the woman he once ignored, glide towards him with grace and pride. With this ring, he said, slipping it on her finger again, I vow to never let foolishness make me forget your worth. And I, Adaise responded, vow to love, but never lose myself again. They kissed, cameras flashed, family danced, friends cried. It was redemption in full color. Amara, the side chick who once barged into a sacred home, was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment for fraud. Her father, embarrassed by her scandals and failed schemes, disowned her publicly. All her privileges, contacts, and wealth vanished. She lost everything. Moral lessons: never underestimate the strength and resilience of a good woman. True love must be nurtured with loyalty, not lies. Wealth can test character more than poverty ever could. Sometimes God's justice comes swifter than expected. A strong marriage takes forgiveness, but also boundaries and growth. Every action has consequences, no matter how long it takes. Adaise didn't just forgive, she evolved. She became the wife of a billionaire, not by bowing, but by rising. Chike didn't just get back his family, he earned it. Their story was no longer about betrayal, it became a testament to grace, restoration, and the mighty hand of God. And this time, the marriage bed was shared with only two hearts and God in the middle. No side chick. If this story touched you, inspired you, A major reflects on love, loyalty, and restoration. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear that healing is possible, redemption is real, and God always has the final say. Drop a comment, you can like or share. Follow for more powerful stories that reflect real life, real drama, and real victories. See you in the next video. Hello, friends. It's your personal person, Cha. Thank you for watching and for being a part of this family. Please like and subscribe for more wisdom tales. See you in the next video.